In my first year in medical school, I remember that a senior colleague from another school told us that your reason for starting medicine most of the time will change as you continue. If it doesn't change, it would be difficult for you to continue studying medicine because you become more exposed to a lot of other things, and so your intention, your reason will change. And I don't know if I can say if that is true or not, but what I can say is that what I was doing when I was in my first year, I'm in my third year now. What I was doing when I was in my first year is different from what I was doing in my second year, and it's different from what I am doing now that I am in my third year of medical school. So did my intention actually change? And then if it did change, can I say that this intention change is what affected my change in my actions or the activities that I was doing? And then finally, if intention is really that powerful, then how can I wield, or how can you and I wield the power of intention? This is what I'll be talking about in today's episode of Dine with Chenemi podcast. Hey everyone, my name is Chenemi Agbata, and I am your host on this podcast, Dine with Chenemi. If you are all about learning how to make your life better, more productive, fun, and easier, you also want to know certain little secrets about how you navigate life to make it easier for you, then you are in the right place. You are highly welcome if this is your first time that you're listening to my podcast. And for my oldies that have been listening for a very long time, thank you so much for coming back and even telling other people, sharing the podcast link and bringing people to listen. All right. Without any further talk or catch up or whatever, let's get started on the power of intention. Just to clarify before I continue, whenever you hear me say intention throughout this podcast episode, 4 words should come to your mind. One of these 4: goal, purpose, reason, why. Goal, purpose, reason, why. So when I'm saying my intention, I'm saying my goal, my purpose, my reason, my why. Alright, let's begin. One thing that I know is that in my first year, I was very, very nonchalant. Like I was just doing things really carefree. I came into the university and what was on my mind was not really my studies. It was there, but it was more of I wanted to find myself, because I felt like my whole life I had not really been doing what I really wanted to do. I know that it was during the COVID that I picked something or that I wanted to really, really do, that I know that I enjoyed it. I know I've been writing before, like let's say before that COVID, but I'm not really taking it seriously. But from time of COVID, that was when I started taking it seriously, and I put in a lot of my effort into it because it was something that I really wanted to do. And so when I came into the university, my first year, I came in with, in terms of my studies, I didn't know whether I really wanted to do what I was doing or not, whether I really wanted to study medicine or not. All I knew is that my people were happy that I was doing it. Everybody was proud of me, and so that was my intention, to keep them happy, to keep them pleased, to keep them proud of me, like that. But is this really what I want to do? I didn't know. So that drove me to do 9-minute reading and making sure that I passed my first year and I did well by God's grace. Second year, I was now torn between, Chenemi, is this really what you want to do? Because the demand of work like tripled or went to, or will I say quadrupled. it flew high, and I didn't know if I wanted to give in so much just because I wanted to please. Because I told you that as I entered into university, I was trying to find myself, and as I was trying to find myself, I was letting go of trying to do things because I wanted to please people. I wanted to do things because I really wanted to. So I started letting go of a lot of things, and because I had the very wrong intention from the beginning to just please anybody, all the people around me, those that care about me and love me, and because they were happy now, they were happy. Maybe to some of them thought I really wanted to do it, but it was just really because everybody was happy and everybody's like, it's good for you, and so I just concluded, okay, it's probably really good. But then, like I said, things started to change, right? Things started to change for me. So because of that, I was not serious. I was not as serious as I was supposed to. I was not putting in the work. Instead, I started putting in a lot of effort and work into writing and podcasting, because there were things that I wanted to do, and so I started putting in a lot of work and effort into them. It was not until close to my second year promotional exams, to third year, that's when I realized that I really want to do this. So what I would say is that my intention actually changed from first year to third year. In first year, I really just wanted to please those around me, and so it showed in my actions. Even me myself, I was wondering, why is it that I cannot put in a lot of effort into this thing? But now, beyond fear of failure, in fact, fear of failure is not what is motivating me. It is because my intention has changed. I am interested in what I am studying, and I want to become a doctor. I really want to do this. Like, I am interested. In fact, it's fun for me. A lot of times I often say, what else would I have done? Like, this is so interesting to me. Yes, the work is much, but I'm willing to put in efforts, do the work I am supposed to, because now I know that this is something I really want. Thanks be to God, what I really want is also what those around me want for me. So it's the pathway is easy for me, and it is clearly showing in my action. So the next question that I was going to answer was, does intention affect actions? And then in my case, was it really my intention change that affected my change in actions, made me more serious and more dedicated, more determined, more hardworking? Was it really the intention change that affected my action, or was it something else? Do your intentions really affect your actions? I know they did for me. Clearly, from my story, I know maybe other things played, but my intention has really, really affected my actions. If I remember my intention, if I remember my goal, my end goal, and my purpose, I remember that I know that, okay, this action I'm about to take is a very wrong action in terms of my goal. Like, it is not going to help me achieve my goal, and so I try to avoid it. I fight myself to avoid it. And okay, this thing that you're about to do is for your own good though. So you know what you are targeting, so it is going to help you reach there faster and easier. Go ahead and do it. So I do it most of the time. It has made me become better. It has made me grown. That's what I would say. And then another thing I want to say is this. I know that in my book, When Can I Date? I've written just one book, an ebook, When Can I Date? In that book, one of the chapters, two chapters contain the two parts of dating that people do not talk about. And one of the parts of dating is the intention, right? And then the second one is your actions. So your intention will determine your action. Whatever you see people doing when they are in a relationship tells a lot about their intention. If you see two people that have the intention of marriage, the way they are going to behave in their relationship will be very different from people that are just in a relationship casually, that are just there for fun or just to pass time. The seriousness that people that have the intention of marriage will display be very different from that of people that are just dating casually or in a relationship casually. People that are in a relationship casually or just for fun, they will not take it that seriously. And so I remember that I wrote in that book that the reason why there are breakups sometimes is that both of them have different intention. You could have the intention of marriage and she could have the intention of just passing time. You could have the intention of experience. You just want to experience it, like just gain experience. And then she could have the intention of marriage. At the end of the day, somebody is going to overwhelm the other person and you end up breaking up. I'm not disputing the fact that two people with the intention of marriage could not end up breaking up because of something else. But it will not be as disappointing as people with two different intentions. Plus, intention changes over time. Even for my story, even though it's not about a relationship, from first year of medical school, my intention transitioned to something else now that I'm in my third year. It may transition to something even better but before I graduate or by the time I graduate. And it may remain as this. This is a very good intention already. So whether it remains as this or it transitions to even something better, time will tell. But the most important point I'm trying to pass across is that intention changes. And whatever your intention at a particular period of time will determine your action. Whatever your intention will determine your action. So if you do not like the actions that you are, if you no, let's not do that. Okay, listen to this. If you want, you can write it down for clarity. Your intention will determine your action, right? And your action will determine the result you get. And the result you get will determine if your intention is met. So I take it again. Your intention will determine your action. Your action will determine the result you get. And the result you get will determine if your intention is met. So if the results you are getting from your actions are not favorable to you, then you have to go back and ask yourself, what is your reason? What is your intention? What is your goal? What is your purpose for doing whatever you are doing? Now that we know how powerful our intention, our goal, our purpose for anything is, how can you wield the power of your intention, the power of intention to favor you? How can you wield the power of intention to favor you? Okay, I have listened to a number of people talk about how to set goals. I have also read a number of books. And one thing that I see that they always emphasize is your why. Have a strong why. Have a strong why. If you're trying to set a goal for, what will I use now? Students know this, that for that lecture where the lecturer is always taking attendance very seriously, they will be in attendance even if they are tired. There are exceptions, but they will be in attendance even if they are tired. That's just the natural scenario of things. So they have the reason for them going is very strong, such that it overcomes the reason for them staying back and sleeping. That is why you see people that are very tired. You know that you even be telling them, they rest, go rest. This they will now say they know what's in front of them. They have a strong reason for doing what they are doing that is pushing and motivating them. And so you need that. This is where you can now wield the power of intention. Your intention will determine your action. If your intention is not strong enough, your goal is not strong enough, your purpose is not strong enough, your why is not strong enough, you would easily let it go for something else that has a stronger why. The reason why you will watch a movie, you prefer to watch a movie rather than sitting down to read your books, is because your reason for wanting to watch a movie at that point in time is stronger than your reason for reading that book, for reading your book. Just ask yourself, be sincere with yourself, be very, very sincere with yourself. Why exactly are you even trying to read your book at that point in time? Why exactly are you trying to watch a movie at that point in time? If your reason for watching a movie supersedes that of reading your book at that time, you will watch that movie. You go for the one with the strongest. Survival of the fittest. The strongest will always win. If you have an exam in 30 minutes, there will always be rare cases though. But if you have an exam in 30 minutes, you will not watch movie. 30 minutes is too small, safe. You have an exam that you have never opened the handout or the PDF or the material tomorrow, early in the morning. Now it's 4 p.m. and then there is a movie. Somebody's telling you, let's go and watch movie. You will look the person with bad eye. And that particular course, let's say is a that particular exam you're going to write will determine if you are going to leave school or still be in school. You will leave that movie and read. You will want to kill yourself with the book and read it, because there is a stronger consequence as of not doing what you're supposed to, of not reading that book, as compared to watching movie. You can always watch it after. So that's just how this thing works. Now you can wield your power of intention by having a strong why. That's just the answer. That's how you can build the power of intention. So if there is anything you want to achieve, make sure that your reason for wanting to do that thing is very, very strong. And the consequence of not doing it is going to hit you badly. If you are clear on that, then it will now make it easier for you during the times where you feel weak, you feel like you want to quit. It will fuel your determination. It will fuel your determination. So at a time when you are feeling so weak and down and you want to give up, that intention, you ask yourself, why am I even doing this thing? If it is a very strong intention, you will not be like, oh, and then you are determined again, and it has fueled your determination. So that is the power of intention. And I must add this before I come to an end, that the power of intention can be used negatively. You see people that hurt others, that they will go as far as people that are that it's like they are living their whole life trying to destroy you, it's because they have a strong intention. That's it. Then again, your intention could make or mar you. It could mar you in the sense that if you are having a strong purpose for doing something wrong, then it will mar you because that is what you focus on. Or doing something that you're not supposed to mar you. Or if you are having a weak intention, like your purpose, the reason why you're doing this is not something very strong or something that can fuel your determination, then you end up not doing what you are supposed to do. All right. So, yes, I need you to remember that, first of all, you can change your intention. Even if your purpose for doing something, you just had that purpose or intention yesterday, you can change your purpose for doing anything, for venturing into anything. You can change your goals. You can change your intention. At any time, you can change it. Secondly, your intention will always affect your actions, and your actions will affect your results, and your result will determine if your intention or your purpose is met. And then finally, you can always wield the power of intention to favor you by making a strong intention, by having a strong why, having a strong purpose for doing anything. So it will fuel your determination whenever you face the deep, whenever you feel like quitting, whenever everything becomes boring and overwhelming. Do you have any questions? Please send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll drop my number or the link to my WhatsApp. So you just send me a message, identify yourself as having listened to the podcast, and then drop your question. Alright, we've come to the end of today's episode, and I will see you on Sunday.